Hi, I'm Gus with Fili Creative, and today I have the privilege of sitting down with Carl Bowden from Exemplify. And Carl has been helping me out with some leadership training over the last few months, and it's been a great experience. And so today we thought we'd sit down and just talk about leadership. What is it? How does it work? How can Carl help your organization potentially with leadership challenges you might be having? So Carl, with that, what is the importance of leadership today?
Yeah, so we are in a leadership crisis right now. As you can see in our politics, around the United States, just in our communities, we've lost that sense of connectedness with people. So how do we get back to that? We need to be more connected. We need to have a mind of service. So with Exemplify, the business that I started, I try to instill positivity, authenticity, and then service to others.
So you've started this business, Exemplify. It's awesome. You're getting clients. You're doing lots of cool things. You know, what started that process for you? How did you get to where you are today?
Yeah, so really my leadership journey is a long journey, and it started in college. So I'll kind of start there and then work our way to Exemplify. Now, going through college, my major was wildlife conservation biology. And I noticed there was a great need for leadership in conservation biology. I wanted to fill that gap. I wanted to help create that change, to get people more connected with the earth. So I did conservation for about 5-6 years within my time after college. And then under unfortunate circumstances, there was a restructuring of the organization I was a part of, and I wasn't a part of that restructure. So I had 2 months to figure out, what's next. And that was a really hard struggle, And I went inside myself. I looked at my passion for leadership, and I realized I need to do something with this. So I started a leadership coaching and consulting business, Exemplify.
So Carl, can you tell us a little bit about Exemplify and how it got its name?
Yeah, so with Exemplify, I originally had the idea to start a business, but what is that business? What do I call it? How do I give it meaning? And I just explored inside myself, and I started coming up with words of, what describes leadership. So I came up with a bunch of different words. I literally just wrote a bunch of stuff on a piece of paper, and I was like, discover, that's cool. Service-minded, synergy, just these random words. And I came up with leading by example. I was like, exemplify. So that's actually taking the action and living the example of what it means to be a leader. When we lead, we need to have integrity and then lead by example. When we lead by example, people naturally follow. I know we had conversations before about one of the leaders in your life, and you had described that, this leader, he would take 2 shovels to dig a hole. He would start shoveling himself, and then he would pass the shovel on to you to show you the way. That's what we need to do. That leader exemplified integrity.
So tell me, so far in your business, you've worked with a variety of clients. I'm sure you've got some stories to tell. Can you share with us some of the insights you've gotten from folks you're working with, like us here at Fili?
I did have a client in KC. He was a real estate broker. Actually, it was an employee benefits broker. Sorry about that. But he was really struggling to connect with other businesses and reach out to as many people that would use his services. So I was there to help discover, what are the opportunities within him? How can I bring out his strengths to help connect with his clients? Because, with his business, he had to be picking up the phone every single day calling all these clients. But oftentimes he found, when he called these clients, they would just instantly hang up. So how could we get him to connect right at the start to help, to help get to that next sale, to help reach a potential client? I began to ask the questions. We've uncovered a few opportunities, and then once we narrowed it down, we started making those crystallized goals. And sometimes you don't really have to have it all together, right? It's just a matter of taking the next step and pushing forward. So that's what he did. So he took the next step and he began to go inside himself and discover, this is what I'm good at. This is what I'm comfortable with. This is the system that I have come up with to help connect with those clients. And he succeeded in that. And what was amazing is that he told me at our next session that, Carl, like having the conversation with you to help me discover my leadership potential, that's been the greatest gift. And I'm not saying that to like boast, exemplify, or myself, but it feels good to help create that positive change. And as I stated before, if I can instill that positivity, authenticity, and service to others so people can find their true selves and how they can lead, that's my goal. And, I want to do that in Wichita, where I'm currently at, in Kansas, across the United States, and across the world too. And I've had clients all over the place, from Africa to Utah to Kansas City to Denver to Salina. So I really want to make a large impact. When it comes to leadership, it's not about just talking about one specific thing. This is leadership. This is what you do to be a good leader. But it's about meeting someone where they are and helping them to find the greatness within them to bring out, that potential. It's not about me anymore. It's about serving that other person. That's what I want to do. I want to help people, assist people in leading their life and becoming the best version of themselves.
It's a really valuable experience going through these one-on-one sessions with Carl. I don't know how many we've done, 5 or 6 probably over the last couple of months.
Yeah, around there, yeah.
Yeah, it's been a great time to kind of unload some of the baggage I've maybe picked up and have you kind of process that and throw it back at me and question, why my brain has come to certain conclusions, or just to take a step back from daily life and take a real look at things and try to be intentional about the decisions I'm making going forward. And so I'd encourage you, if you're like me and thought maybe some leadership training might be beneficial to you, I would definitely encourage you to reach out to Carl. Carl, how can they connect with you if they're interested in working with Exemplify? So
they can reach me either through email. It's cbowden@exemplifyleadership.com. They could always reach out to my cell. I do keep that public on the website right now, so feel free to reach out in that way. You can always reach out on my website at exemplifyleadership.com, and that'll give you a little bit more understanding of the services that I provide, whether it's one-on-one coaching, small group coaching, leadership courses, or speaking at events. And then I also have a blog on my website there, so I try to give bits of advice here and there and just tell some stories, Well, thanks, Carl, for taking time to come by and chat with us about leadership today. Mm-hmm. And I just want to encourage you to give Carl a chance to help you and your organization, and to just collectively move forward in an attitude of positivity and just making the world a better place. So thanks a lot, Carl. Awesome. Thanks, Gus.